Hello everyone, welcome to Network Evolution. In this video, we will see how to install AppTeleporter from scratch, then add NetBox MCP server and chat with your NetBox data. Previously, I uploaded a full feature demo of AppTeleporter. There I explained what is AppTeleporter. It is a container native AI powered infrastructure automation platform. The installation is very easy. You can just pull the Docker container and start using it. So currently this server is running from the Docker container. First, we will see the chat option. Then we will delete it and build it from scratch. And in this example, I'm using a NetBox cloud server. You can even use a local NetBox server. AppTeleporter should have access to the NetBox server so that it can connect to the server and get the data. Here, I'll add a new chat. I'll give list all the names and IDs of the sites in NetBox. Enter. So this is identifying the tool from this particular MCP. It is calling get objects. This particular tool from NetBox MCP. I'll run it. Now this is connecting to this particular NetBox and getting the data. You can see here we have total 24 sites in this NetBox. Now if you want to get the details of a particular site, we can give get the details of the site. Australia, Melbourne, branch office 1. So this is identifying the filter needs to be passed. So it is giving object type DCIM site and applying a filter with the name we have given. I'll run it. Now we got the data. We can see here the site status is planned. We can verify it from here. The status is planned. And from the application, if we go to Tool Studio, we can see this MCP server is already added here. And under MCP config, we have added the configuration for the NetBox server. Tool Studio is an inbuilt development environment within the application. So if you want to develop any code for AppTeleporter, you don't need any separate development environment or IDE. You can directly develop it from the browser itself, that is Tool Studio. Later, we are going to have detailed videos on all these features. Now we will delete this particular server and create it from scratch. I'll go to Docker Desktop, containers. I'll stop this container, delete it. I'll go to images, delete. Now we will go to the website, deployment guide, macOS. There are two editions available, Lite and Max. If you're using Lite, you need to add your own LLM in the LLM settings. In case of Max, we have an inbuilt model available, but for running the Max, a GPU machine is recommended because this is going to load even the model into the container. But Lite, you can install it in workstation or laptop and all. In this demo, I'm going to show you how to install Lite. The installation step is same for both. You just need to change only the container name. So here the step 1 is you need to pull the Docker image. I'll copy this, go to Docker Desktop. Here I'll search for Network Evolution / AppTeleporter Lite. I will pull the image. Now download is completed. We will look into step 2. The complete AppTeleporter data is going to get stored into the local directory. So you need to create a directory and mount it while creating the container. Here if you see, I have a directory called demo1. This was from our previous container which we deleted. Now here I will create another directory, demo02. Now if you want to load the previous data, you just need to mount this directory and everything will get loaded. Now in this case, we are going to do this from scratch. So I have created a directory. So step 2 is completed. Now step 3 is start the container. And while starting the container, you need to give the port number 3000. And if you're going to use the device beacon feature in AppTeleporter, you need to give even 1514 TCP and UDP. Let me go to Docker desktop. I'll click on run. Here we can give a name, AppTeleporter Lite 02. And here I'll give 1514. This is optional. 1514 is optional. In the full feature demo, I explained what is device beacon. Here I need to give 3000. Make sure that you're giving 3000 here. Then in the host path, I'll select 02. If I select 01, this will load all the previous data. I'll select demo 2 and container path. You have to copy this data as it is, because this is going to be the internal container path. I'll add the data here. Make sure that you're giving 3000 here. Now I will run it. Now application has started. You can see here by default, we have some tools and MCPs added. So let me close our previous page. I'll open localhost 3000. And in the first time boot, this will prompt for setting the master password. We use master password for encrypting the vault. We store all our device credentials inside vault. So these credentials will never get exposed to the LLM. This is one feature. These are the deployment options. This is another feature, the vault. So for encrypting our passwords, we use master password. So we are setting the master password here. I'll give the password. Now this is prompting to set the admin password. You can give any name here. I'll give the password and log in. Now since this is the light version, you cannot directly chat with the application because you need to add an LLM. If you go to settings, LLM settings, you can see here the default model is AppTeleporter. If you're using Max version, this can directly load a local model and run it. But in this case, you need to add your own LLM. So first we will see how to add OpenAI. I'm adding my API key, fetch live models. This will try to fetch all the models, and from here you can select the supported model and test connection and save it. Same way, if you are using Gemini, you can select it. I'll add the Gemini key, fetch live models, test the connection, and you can save it. And if you want to add Anthropic Cloud, you can add the key here, fetch live models, and you have option to select all these models and test connection. In our example, we are going to use ChatGPT. So I'll test connection and save it. and all these API keys are getting stored into the vault. This will never get exposed to the user. Now you can go here and chat with the model, enter. So now this will be loading all these tools, MCP servers and all. You can see here. We can use all these MCP servers. These are some example servers. This we will cover later. In this, we will see how to add a NetBox MCP server. So I'll open Tool Studio. So currently we don't have NetBox MCP server here. We will go to the GitHub repository of NetBox MCP. I'll search for NetBox MCP server. Open this repository. I'll copy the repository link and go to the directory. And this directory we have created earlier, I'll open this. You can see here now this has automatically created all these folders. So this contains complete AppTeleporter data. And if you open MCP servers directory, we can see these files. Same files are available even here. You can see MCP config, example DNS and example IP. If you want, you can view the file here in the right side. And if you want to edit any of these MCP servers, you can move to active workspace. You can see here there is a status active came here. And now this is in the active workspace and you can edit it. Now, if you want to add this particular MCP server in the MCP servers directory inside demo2, I will open the terminal, give git clone. I'll add the repository link, enter. So now this will clone the complete code from this repository. Now, if you go to Tool Studio and refresh it, we can see new directory or MCP server got added here. We will move this to active workspace, and there is a common MCP config file available within AppTeleporter. Any MCP server you are adding, you need to map it here. The arguments and commands you need to add it here. This is a standard procedure for MCP. And for Netbox, in the documentation itself, we can see how to add it. So under MCP servers, we can add Netbox. Make sure that you are adding it in correct syntax. Here, if you see, there are two brackets opening. So we need to copy till here. I'll copy this, go to Tool Studio, and after line number 2, I will paste the code here. Here I'll give a comma. And in our case, the directory is going to be the container directory. I'll copy this path. This is inside container. Then we need to give Netbox URL and API token. I'll go to Netbox, admin, API token. I'll create a new token. We will select V2. V2 is more secure. I'll copy this token, go to Tool Studio. I'll add it here. User I'll select, just a description, and create it. Now for V2 token, we need to even add additionally this NBT underscore, the key ID. I'll copy this. Here itself, they're giving the format. Go to Tool Studio. I will even add that as well. File will get auto saved. Okay, after adding the token, we need to add even the Netbox URL. Copy this. Add it here. Now to load this particular MCP server into the application, we just need to click on this particular reload button. This will read this configuration file and try to load all the MCP servers available here. Now, before we click on this reload, I will open the terminal of this particular container so that we can see the installation step which is happening in the backend. This will automatically identify all the required packages needed for running the server, this particular MCP server, and install. We will see that step. I will click on reload. You can see here the backend process. This is trying to install all the required packages. This was installed fast MCP, and in the left side we can see now Netbox MCP server has loaded. Now we can chat with the Netbox Data. I'll click on new chat. I'll give a message. Get the list of IDs and names, all the sites in Netbox. Enter. So now this is identifying the tool and passing the required parameters. Let me just run it. So now we got the output. Now, if you want to get the details of a specific site, you can just get it. I'll ask, get the status of the site Australia Melbourne branch office 1. The site status is planned. Currently, this supports single tool call. In future, we will be adding even the chained tool call support. But in this way, you can easily add the MCP server. Now, if you want to delete it, it is very easy. Go to Tool Studio, just delete it. Then from here also you delete the directory. Go to AppTeleporter, just reload it. Now you can see we have only 2 MCP servers. In this way, you can easily add an MCP server into AppTeleporter. In later videos, we will be even going deep into all this MCP server coding, then tool creation and all. I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.